welcome back to GoNorthJapan, but today live with
Quinlan of GoNorthJapan.
whoever that is. Okay, so Quinlan, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to my channel. So today's title, right, of this today's program is what Mountain Climbing 101.
Essential life skills, basically.
Not for me though. Anyways, I try to avoid it, but like I still have to do it every year somehow. But anyway, so Quinlan lives in Japan, right? Where do you live in Japan?
I live in Morioka, which is the capital of Iwate Prefecture. It's basically, I think the New York Times rated it last year as one of the best cities
Somehow,
above London or something to live.
I still wonder why Morioka was selected.
Morioka is glorious.
Is it glorious?
Are you doubting the New York Times?
Kind of.
Well, a lot of people do. Let's leave the New York Times out.
Anyway. So you live in Morioka, and then what do you do? What do you do?
I'm a professional adventure guide. I do mostly mountain guiding, but I also guide on the MCT, that new 1,000-kilometer trail we've got on the Sanriku coast. And some general tourism relating to sake, because I'm also an international sake sommelier, I'll have you know.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know a lot about sake. I like to take people to breweries. I have a lot of friends who operate breweries.
So you're climbing mountain drunk, is that what you're doing? Is that?
Shh.
Okay, alright, fine. Okay, so today, what we'd like to do today is because he's the professional mountain guide, that I want to talk about the kind of the attractions of outdoor activities in Japan. To begin with, right?
Sure.
And then he's going to do something that I did last year. So latter half I want to talk about that. So we like to begin with all the Japanese outdoor activities that you've done before. And so you've done many of them, right? I mean, you guide as well, but
Right. I mean, most of what I do is hiking in the mountains, or the volcanoes, I should say, because as many of you may know, 10% of the active volcanoes in the entire world are here in Japan. So pretty much any mountain you look, seriously, it's just that volcanic. Wow. So if you're hiking a mountain, you're likely hiking a volcano in most of the cases.
Well, no wonder how many onsens we've got, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so because I just went to last year. I just went to Kagoshima and the Sakurajima.
Yeah.
That volcano that erupts every day apparently.
Yep. It's pretty much a constant eruption.
Right. So the in Iwate where you live, do they have volcanoes as well? Is that?
Oh, we've got volcanoes. I don't know if there's a prefecture without volcanoes, to be obvious, but the most glorious volcano in Iwate is Mount Iwate. Though it used to be called Ganju or Stone Eagle.
Right.
But they changed it, I think, around the Meiji Restoration to Mount Iwate.
Wow.
And it most violently erupted 300 years ago and formed this huge lava field that's still 5 to 10 meters deep of lava.
I went there.
Yeah,
the black rocks, right?
Yeah, it looks like Mars or something.
Yes.
And there was a tiny little eruption around 1920, but it was just a little steam eruption. Right. So it's still active, but nothing big recently.
Nothing big. Because I mean, when you said the 300 years ago, right? That was really aggressive, huge one, huge eruption.
Yeah, 2 different areas burst open with lava flowing out.
And just to explain how far or how close the Morioka and Sendai is where I live. It's it's only 40 minutes by Shinkansen. Is that it?
Yeah, that's right.
Right. So I'm pretty sure when that eruption happened, it affected Miyagi as well. This
absolutely. The weather, I'm sure the rice crop was screwed up because of the ash and everything. It affects the weather. Right. And Morioka would have been much bigger because we're just right there, towering above the city. But there's another one called Akita Komagatake, which is not as famous, but it's so nice. It's 5 different summits, and that one erupted in 1970 or 71.
That's.
I mean, you were probably watching it, right?
Just before I was born.
Oh, just before he was born. He says.
Yeah. Just making sure.
We forget he's not an immortal vampire who's actually 100 years old now.
Okay. All right. So anyway, talking about the outdoor activities. So what would you like to do the most? I mean, what do you like the best? I mean, climbing up the mountains, that's one.
Yes.
But you've done all sorts of activities, right? What do you recommend? Especially where you live. I mean, what we live, Tohoku area.
All right. In addition to hiking in mountains, snowshoeing in the winter to see some of these glorious snow monsters, the Juhyo in Japanese, is really epic. But that's kind of like hiking because you're basically walking.
Right.
So if we're going to cut out what I love most, which is the hiking and walking then kayaking in the Sanriku coast is just gorgeous. There's areas in the bay where you've got little tunnels that you can kayak into, these little naturally formed caves, and you're looking at 100-meter cliffs from below in some cases. It's really nice. So kayaking's another one.
Sounds nice. Sounds
it is
very nice.
And you can also do SUP boarding, the stand-up paddle boarding. I haven't actually done that, but a good friend of mine, a guide up there, is an instructor in that. And so I mean to get certified maybe in a year or so and do that.
Wow.
So it's nice.
Okay. So talking about like we just talked about like outside the mountain climbing, but today's topic is mountain climbing 101, right? So going back to the topic, is that okay? So how many mountains have you climbed all over Japan?
It's just under 100, I think, at last count.
Under 100, like
Yeah.
I'll be like under 10, under 100. So are there like any specific like names of like mountains that you like still remember of being I don't know in whatever the reasons that you.
Well, I mean, well, sure, of course, tons of them. I mean, so the most famous mountain, every year in May and June, May or June, I guide on Mount Fuji in the preseason. As you know, it opens on July 1st, like tomorrow, but I work for a company that does all the proper paperwork, so it's nothing sketchy. We've got everything, we're registered with the police, I've got all the certifications. It may be sketchy, no, it's not. But so even earlier this month, I did 3 summits of Fuji in a week and brought up groups of 9 up there.
Well, I didn't know that because I thought you were like, well, I knew you were the guide and everything, so I thought you were guiding on the mountains in like northern Tohoku, but you go down south as well.
So most of it is, all in northern Tohoku, like Iwate, Akita, Aomori Prefecture, northern part of this.
You do
but
Fuji as well, no?
Because everybody wants to do Fuji, there's a lot of demand.
True.
And so people, these companies will pay me and pay my Shinkansen hotel and everything to go do that. And so, to be honest though, I don't recommend hiking Mount Fuji. Controversial opinion alert, but
exactly. Well, there's a question there, right? There's a question there. Like, can you?
I remember the question. It's scrolled up too far now, but they were asking about recently. It's been in the news in Japanese and English media that they uncovered. Well, 4 people. One died recently, and when they were looking for that body, they found 3 other bodies in the crater.
Yeah.
And I actually know someone who was there on the summit, another guide, who saw them pulling, the first of those bodies out. He was there when it happened. And he said that the conditions on the day when that first guy went...
So bad.
Incredibly bad, really windy, and he was likely blown in.
Yeah.
And the other bodies they found, I mean, it's sort of a dark topic, so I'll make this brief, but it's likely that they weren't there recently. That's from January or February. Because some people did go missing hiking up in January. Yeah. And it's, even though Mount Fuji is a mountain that tons of people climb every year in the preseason, it's really dangerous in the winter.
It is.
Even pros, if you go up on a bad day,
Yeah. I mean, like Mount Fuji is just so famous, so popular that everyone goes there, right? So when everyone goes, you think like, oh, I can go there as well, right? And so there has been news of a Japanese news, right, showing a foreign tourist coming and climbing up this is during summer, right? Climbing up Mount Fuji with sandals.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that. Yes, because I think Mount Fuji is such a symbolic mountain that everyone goes, that you think that you can do it. Yes, you can do it too, but not in winter so much, and not with a guide, not with bad weather. Just don't do that. So what would you recommend for people that would like to climb Mount Fuji?
Well, one thing is I would say consider not climbing Mount Fuji, because the actual experience of hiking it, there's not like wildflowers, and there's no variation in the terrain. It's just rocks and gravel up a straight, steep slope for hours and hours and hours. And it's not, I mean, I love hiking, and even I think Mount Fuji is kind of a boring hike, to be honest. And then, so I would say, one, don't bother.
And with a queue.
And if you go in the normal season, it's a line the whole way up. You're staring at someone's back. There's stores. There's a vending machine and a post office on the summit.
You don't want to see that. I mean, because I go to Yamanashi pretty often with different kind of business, right? Mm-hmm. So what I do is during in the evening, right? So I go to izakaya or whatever, finish dinner, and then come out. So what I see is Mount Fuji right in front. The Fuji city, right in front, and then you see this line of lights going up to the peak. So this is like line of people, right?
Yeah.
Queuing.
Yeah.
You've done that before.
I did it in the peak season way long time ago, in 2003. But even in 2003, it was still like that. You were basically just walking.
Imagine 2024.
Yeah. I mean, now I just do it in the preseason. But what I would say is
Kyoto. It's same as Kyoto.
Yeah, it's like going to Gion or something.
Yeah, Gion or something.
So do your research. Akadake and Kitatake, for example, are 2 big, powerful mountains that are nearby Mount Fuji, and the view of Mount Fuji from those mountains is epic. So I'd say climb a mountain near Fuji and look at it from afar. That's what I recommend.
Exactly. So I mean, today, the reason why you're here, of course, I wanted to hear the attractions of climbing mountains and everything. But today, I wanted to ask you one thing. This is right now I'm in Zao, close to Sendai, right? Today, I want to ask you something to do, all right? Officially.
Do I need to be scared?
A little bit.
Okay.
Have you seen my video about a year ago, climbing a mountain called Hakusan?
I did see that. To be totally honest, I don't watch all your videos, but this was about the mountain, so yes, I did watch that one.
Watch every single video, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, but you've watched that.
I have.
Because you're really in that area, right?
It's kind of my
field. Your field. So,
I was kind of actually mad. You're getting on my turf with that one. What are you trying to do?
No. Okay.
Go North Japan.
This is not only about climbing mountains, right? So let me just explain. Last year, I joined this tour called Offering Tour.
Offering tour.
Offering festival. Offering festival.
Okay.
Offering is like offering to God.
That's sort of
prayer.
offering.
Okay.
Offering. Got it.
Offering. So this offering festival, during this offering festival, I did like all sorts of activities, including climbing up to Mount Hakusan. Have you done it before? Hakusan.
I admit I've not. I've not done Mount Hakusan yet.
You've done Mount Fuji.
Yeah.
Right? But did you know that there are 3 holy mountains in Japan?
Yes.
And there are only 3, right? And then Mount Fuji is counted as one of them.
Yes.
And do you know the other 2?
I do actually, but I haven't done them. Yeah, Tateyama.
Mount Tateyama of the Toyama Prefecture. You see it. You're right. And then third one is Hakusan from Ishikawa Prefecture, right next to Kanazawa. If you know Kanazawa, right? It's I did that last year,
2,703.
Oh, you got that study there.
Yeah,
Okay, good. So we did that, and that was such an amazing experience. Not only just climbing mountains and a beautiful, beautiful like the flowers and everything were there. They were there. And it was in August, but it was hot, but not too hot. It was the best season ever, actually. Nice. And also during this offering festival, before we climbed Hakusan, we did some kind of we actually went to the shrine nearby, right?
Nice.
And it got actual blessing from the shrine. We don't call it priest, is that like?
I think people do say Shinto priest.
Yeah, it's priest. From the shrine, the jinja, and then. The following day we climbed the mountains and the Hakusan, but we did not actually get to the peak on the same day. We actually stayed at the mountain house at 2,500.
Nice.
Yeah, and then stayed there for a night, and then we did go to the peak at like 5 a.m. or so. So that we were able to see the sunrise.
That's what you do.
That's what you do, right? But this whole tour itself sounds quite ordinary, but it's nothing offering, is it? So far. It just
from what you've told me so far, it sounds nice.
Exactly.
But I mean, you stopped at the shrine first.
Right.
That's what I got.
But shrine first. That was a bit different. Yeah.
Okay.
So going back to the first day, right? After getting blessed by the priest, right? So we actually went to middle of the mountains, nowhere, right? And I saw this stage, like a stage that you normally see in temples or shrines, called no stage. You know, no dance.
No dance. Great with the masks.
With the mask, with the mask.
Yeah.
So they actually built this no stage just for this offering festival.
Wow.
Just for that one day.
In a national park.
In national park. And then they had the people from, I think it was Tokyo, Kyoto, this professional no dancers.
Wow.
They had them just dance just for that tour.
This is up at the lodge at the
No,
whatever the station is. This is right at the foot of the mountain.
Okay. Before climbing.
Okay.
So the reason why they did that is going back to the word offering. So in this tour, every single thing that you do is to do with offering.
Nice.
So the blessing, right? We before the offering, right? We get blessed to get prepared for the offering festival, and this no dance, dancing people, right? These dancers will be offering their dance to the god, mountain god, right? So that means normally the no dancers, when you see no dance at the stage, like in Kyoto or Tokyo, wherever, all these shrines, right? They dance to you, right?
You're the audience, yeah.
In this case, in these festivals, they dance to the mountains. So you will keep watching their asses for 30 minutes.
Can you see their butts through the long ropes they're wearing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Okay.
can. But they'll dance. Of course, they turn and everything. So you sometimes you see their faces and the size and everything. But basically, they're offering to the gods.
Nice.
So this is part of it. So I mean, you don't really see. It was such a stunning scene or amazing scenery of like group of no dancers like up on the mountains,
Yeah.
dancing towards the mountain god.
And I bet they've got like braziers with like bonfires going. Maybe.
Yeah, well, this is during the daytime, so it wasn't
okay.
bothered. Yeah, so it was like it was in daytime, but it was like a half an hour of dancing. It was just such an amazing experience. And then the following day, that night we will stay at the ryokan, and you can just enjoy talking with the other participants.
Nice.
Right. So they're about last year was about 50, I guess.
Wow, it's a huge group.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a whole buses, 2 buses actually they prepared. So we just just stay there and like get drunk and just but not too much though because the following day you wake up really early in the morning.
You know what hiking's good for?
What is it?
Hangovers. Seriously, best hangover cure. Hike a mountain. So even if you do drink too much, well, you don't drink much, but yeah.
What?
Seriously though, first time I hiked like Mount Iwate,
Are you sure
I've been
about
up till
this?
3 a.m.
Is it okay to make it like public? Is that right?
Well, not drinking alcohol is better, but if you have a hangover, go hiking. Try it. Yeah.
It's 101, right? So you're teaching
yeah.
some tactics. Okay, so the following day you wake up like at 4 in the morning, whatever. You start climbing up as a group, and I think it starts from 1,500, 600, whatever, and then up to the no.
Oh, really? That you start hiking at 1,500 meters?
Something like that.
Oh, wow, okay.
Don't believe me though.
All right, don't quote him on that. We don't know that.
But anyway, so you climb about 6 hours, and then you get to that mountain hut, and then once you get there, you divide it into groups, right? There are about like 6 groups. Last time, like 6 or 7 groups, and then one of them.
Are we racing?
We're not racing. We're not racing.
Joking, yeah.
But there's one group of people, right? One group of people, and one of them was a sumo wrestler.
Wow.
So this offering festival is associated with the Sumo Wrestling Association, Sumo Association.
Nice.
So that one of the guy, an ex-sumo wrestler, he's like 120K, what is it, the pounds? It's like 200.
Yeah, it's more than 200, or it's 1.6, so yeah, like 200 pounds.
Something. So anyway, so...
No, it's 2.2. It's more than that. Yeah.
More than that, yeah. So he did the climbing. He went to the top. Can you believe that? It's... Yeah.
Wow, that's really tough.
He did that. Well, obviously, he got slow a bit, as he went up, but he made it. He didn't
have a heart attack.
No, you wouldn't. Hope not. And then so up when we get to the top, we have lunch and we have like a symposium conference, like kind of offering festival conference with a sumo wrestler and the guy who organized that, why he did it, why he decided to start this kind of trip and everything, and the tour and everything. So this tour happens every year.
Nice.
Every August, right? So it's quite amazing to hear the backstage stories of the sumo world.
Yeah, you don't get to chat with ex-professional sumo wrestler very much. And you can just talk with him. And...
Yes, you can. Wow. Yes, you can. At 2,500 altitude.
Nice.
So you do that, and then you have dinner together with with the participants, and then you go to bed like 8 o'clock, 9 p.m. It's quite early.
The lodge looked really nice. And your video, it looks like you have your own little private space with like a curtain.
Huge.
And,
500 people, I think, up to 500 people can stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. A lot better than I thought, for being at 2,500.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so the next day you wake up at 4 because you wanted to see the sunrise. Right? So you climb up. You climb what, 200 meters, 300 meters? So 2,500 to 2,700.
Yeah, just a little stroll.
But it's like a last 1 mile. It's just kind of, it's hard. Because, I mean, not for you.
For you, yeah.
I still remember, it's in the video. I want to show you, actually. I want to show you the video. Hold on a second. Okay. There is a scene where, let me just, there's a scene here. Okay. So, let me just show you.
We are
showing
2,608 meters high, and we're about to.
Okay. Alright. So here, this is for the 5 in the morning, whatever. So I was just climbing up to the peak, right? And then suddenly I start hearing some
less
song,
to go.
voice.
Mates are all
Like
The mountain gods.
exhausted, so am I.
yeah, that's. I was a bit scared. I mean, it's a far. That's kind of.
Something like
You know, like a
that.
mountain god is goddess.
Yeah, yeah.
In Japanese, you know,
When they say mountain god, usually it's a woman. It's a mountain
usually,
goddess.
yeah, exactly. So,
Closer to the summit.
so I hear this
a little
song,
unusual.
that's sung by I don't know, goddess or someone. So I started climbing, and then I found out that was an opera singer
Let's find out.
preparing, like,
Bloody
Wow.
so
Doing scales up on the top.
exactly. So what happens in this offering festival is that the you go up the mountains, and then this opera singer will sing the Japanese national anthem to celebrate, to offer again, offer her song to the god and goddess of mountains. And here, like, you know, it was all cloudy and everything. It was all misty and cloudy, and so forget it. This is just a light.
Oh, it looks like a good sunrise there.
just a light. But anyway, so seriously, after we started seeing the sunlight, so it was really nice, and as she was singing Japanese national anthem, but the funny thing was that obviously she was singing with dress. Like proper singing,
Like an opera.
Well, she's a professional opera singer, so like professional. Oh, there you go. This is like her.
Wow.
Yeah, this is what we did.
What?
But so obviously she could not climb to the peak like that.
I would hope not.
So she had a group of people
Carrying her.
carrying her like changing room.
Oh, changing her, not her.
Not her. Changing room. So that's so she got changed at the peak, and then she successfully sang her national anthem to the goddess rather. And then everyone just absolutely loved it. Look at that! Everyone was smiling with them. So yeah, that's it. Just to explain what what was happening at the
So
peak.
I get to come. You're inviting me to come to this year?
Yes.
Fun. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then, but you climb down the mountain afterwards, right? Climb down the mountain afterwards. And then
I'm not giving you a piggyback ride. No.
No. But listen. But this is you have to experience. You have to experience something else
Oh, okay.
other than this. Just you. So you climb. So you go down the mountains, right? You
Yeah.
go down the mountains, and then you have to do this closing ceremony.
Okay.
You have to experience closing ceremony.
I have to experience the closing.
So that was like
ceremony. Okay.
starting with God blessing you, right? And then it was what was that? Like a no dancing to the God, and then there will be climbing, and then like the national anthem singing, the opera singing, national anthem doing it, and then the going down the mountains, and then we need to do the closing ceremony.
All right. What do we do?
Let me just show you.
All right.
Oh, look! This is what you see when you're at
yeah.
2,800 whatever.
Yeah, nothing like looking at the clouds from above.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
Look at that. Okay.
Ooh, that's a nice area. Wow.
Okay. All right. Closing ceremony. What is that? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Sorry. I thought it was here.
Ooh, yeah, that's the no performance.
The no performance.
Yeah, looks really nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's gone. I thought it was around here. Anyway, I'll find it later on. But anyway.
We prepared for this very well, as you can
Yes,
see.
I thought I was already here. I was already here. So what? Remember this whole tour was associated with the Sumo Association,
You mentioned
right?
that. Yeah.
So they do this closing ceremony with the sumo wrestler, but like sumo dress.
We put on like kishimawashi and the whole thing.
Everything.
Wow.
So he will do the closing ceremony at the shrine down below at the town.
Do they make a little dohyo for him?
Yes, dohyo for it.
Wow.
And then but again, what happens is that like he will like do the what's called yumitori shiki.
Yeah.
With a bow.
Yeah.
With a bow.
Yeah.
But again to the god. So what do we see?
Oh no. We see that song that
We'll be like watching him doing the bow
From behind.
From behind.
Yeah.
But with a small dress again ass.
That time we will see the ass. Yes, we will.
Exactly. I'm
Yes.
looking for the ass, but I just couldn't find it somehow. But anyway, I'll find it later on. I'll find it out. But anyway, oh there we go. Let me just start it, okay? This is a scene where
That's great looking.
It's a great, yeah, that's a great looking thing right there. Look at that. Okay. Oh, sorry. And I can't. Don't know why. I don't know how I'm not prepared enough. Wow. Anyway, then let's talk about something else. So, reason why I got involved in this is the organizer of this tour is my friend.
Oh.
My ex-colleague, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's a banker. He used to be a banker.
Were you a banker?
I was a banker. So
I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah, so he used to be a banker, and he suddenly called me up and Sakurai-san, I see you doing YouTube. Can you join my tour? I was like, what kind of tour join? Banking tour? It's like, no. It's to do with this Shintoism and mountain climbing and thanking to the environments and stuff. I thought, what are you talking about? I have no idea. So then just talking is enough. Just join. So that's what happened last year. So I climbed the mountain, and then so that's whole 3 days, right?
And is it the hardest hike you've done, or have you ever done a harder hike than
No, this is actually the highest.
Highest you've been, and the hardest, most difficult in your terms of personal experience?
I don't know. But it was hard, but it was more. I felt more satisfaction than just tiring and everything. It's just I was tired, but it wasn't. I didn't think that was hard. I would do that. Not this year, but in several years.
Well, you're coming with me though, right?
No.
Wait. I'm going without you. You're saying.
So well.
I thought we were.
Okay.
Let's
settle this. Let's settle this. Okay. Let's settle this. So, I've got my channel going on, and then people are watching right now.
Yeah, we're on your
what's gonna
channel.
happen now?
Yeah,
what's gonna happen now? So, I officially want to ask you to climb Mount Hakusan and then experience all this. And then show it on your channel.
Oh,
this year.
Well, yeah, that's kind of my channel's kind of a mountain thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your channel is kind of like mountain this, mountain that. You do that all the time.
Mountain
right?
this, mountain that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I should rename it. Mountain this, mountain that. Yeah.
So this year, I want you to do mountain this.
Oh, not mountain that. All right. But and you're not coming. All right, fair enough.
And so yeah, you don't need me, do you?
Well, no, I don't need you.
Yeah, exactly. So I want you to experience all this.
Okay.
Not only climbing Mount Hakusan, but experience this whole offering. How you say it? Experiences.
Yeah. No, I'm actually really interested in various Japanese spiritual traditions. I mean, I studied Buddhism when I was younger extensively, and Shinto to some degree as well. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, what do you think? When I just explained, just briefly of like what's going to happen in this tour? Like, what do you think of it?
Well, it's a lot of stuff crammed into one. I mean, you've got like the No and the opera and the sumo as well as the hiking. I'm curious how the opera will fit in, because that's the one thing that, I mean, she's singing the Japanese national anthem, but opera is a foreign influence.
Exactly. Well,
everything else is indigenous, right?
Exactly.
But maybe I have to be there to experience it. When I get there, I'll be like, oh, this is perfect. Yeah.
Well, I mean, so when I got there, when I was there, like at least she made the sun appear.
Okay, well, she can make the sun appear. I'm on board. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's how we need them, right? We need her. It's like just making the sun appear.
Right.
So we always need her. But I don't know. Actually, that's what I thought. Like the opera. Why opera? I mean, if you want like some Japanese singer, I don't know what it is, like a shakuhachi, I don't know, Japanese instrument, to play it and stuff. Maybe
like a folk song or something.
Exactly. That made sense. But like why opera? But when you're actually there. And then hear her sing national anthem. So we actually made sense.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really interested to be able to meet and talk with some of those people, because one, I used to be really into sumo, not anymore, but I've been in Japan since the year 2000.
Yeah, you told me you were just tell your
Well, when I was living in Tokyo, from 2000 to 2010, I lived in Tokyo, and I was really into sumo. I've been to probably 30 of the tournaments, the Honbasho. Yeah, I used to go there with the camera, and you used to be able to just get in, pay 2,100 yen for the Jiyuseki, the free tickets. Now they're jacked it up. And because on a weekdays no one was there, you could get down into the air with what they call the masaseki, those 4 sort of pillow seats.
Right.
And it used to be that there's no security guards. You just go sit in there and like take really amazing photos and stuff, as long as like Monday or Tuesday and it was empty.
ISIS?
Exactly. No. but then when I moved up here, I'm totally separated from sumo. But yeah, it'd be really interesting to actually get to talk to someone who's retired and knows the industry well.
You can ask questions and everything. Just,
well, I hike with him. Can I like walk near him and like chat him up while he's?
Of course, I mean, of course, you can ask them to like you can ask that organizer to put yourself into the same group
with the
you
wrestler.
might have to like put yourself.
Maybe on second thought, maybe I'll go separately. yeah.
But mind you, like when I still remember like so I told you it was one of the hardest mountains that I've climbed. And then like when I get to 2,500 meters and like I had lunch, it was just what they call kenjinjiru. It's like a miso soup, right?
Oh, yeah,
like miso soup with just onigiri.
Okay.
It was the best kenjinjiru,
best
miso soup, the best onigiri ever in the whole life that my life. It just,
I know what you mean.
why is that? It just what made it so like taste so good? It's just
I think one thing when you're exhausted, food tastes good.
True,
if you're a little tired and hot. But I think something about, I don't know if it's being at a higher elevation or being in a stunning, beautiful environment, but some of the most delicious, mouthwatering, amazing food I've had has been at higher elevations on mountaintops.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
So what has been your like best dish whatsoever? Like whatsoever like.
Well, it's not exciting to hear, but probably like up on top of Mount Iwate, spending the night up there to see the sunset and the sunrise, which I recommend. It's amazing. And some Japanese group was having a party, and they were doing yakiniku, just grilling meat with sauce and onions and different things on top, and they invited me to join their party. And it was the best yakiniku I've had in my life. Because I just brought like sandwiches and onigiri rice balls. And then to be invited to a banquet of yakiniku and tonjiru.
Tonjiru, wow.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, it was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, tonjiru is like a pork.
Yeah, tonjiru is like that
miso.
like kenjuru, that the miso flavor is same thing. That's good. So I mean today like we're just talking about the itineraries of the tour, right? Mount Hakusan. But that for you guys, I wanted to show you I wanted to show you as well how the no would look like. Like I was just
It's almost hypnotic to watch as the actors.
So this is what they did. They built this stage just for this festival. Isn't that unbelievable?
Yeah, and look at that atmosphere. That's great with the mountain in the background. That's really nice.
Yeah. So it's just not only the dancers, so that they play instruments as well.
Oh, I love the instrumentation with no. It's so great.
So they do this before actually climbing the mountains. I know you like to hear. Look at me, like just try to straight up.
I mean, personally, I prefer no to kabuki. Actually, it's
really
no, and usually they'll come in a set with something called kyogen, which is this comedy type thing.
So what do you think? Like, because I mean, no is something that I still don't understand. I mean, I appreciate it. And I enjoy it, but it just kind of still I just don't understand what is it. I mean, just like asking questions to an American person.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't seen no since I was living in Tokyo. It's been more than a decade.
Sure.
So yeah, don't ask. I don't.
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah, if I were going to take people, I'd study up on it again. But you're asking me French. I haven't studied it in a while.
Sure. And okay. I mean, today, like we've been talking about, like this, attraction of Japanese mountains, and now we're talking about like Mount Hakusan. But then this Mount Hakusan, but would you do it? For me?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
To be totally honest, I'd probably do it even if you didn't ask. But since you're asking with this amazing event, I mean, it looks great. I'd love to see all this stuff.
Okay. Yeah. And this year, like last year, I was there for 3 days. Mm-hmm. This year they extended for like one more day. So they actually. So it was like no dance, the blessing, and then the opera singer, and the sumo wrestler closing ceremony, and then they actually this year they put art like they made town as an art museum.
So I'm not spending 4 days up on the mountaintop?
No, just one day.
Just one day.
Just one night, just overnight.
Okay.
And otherwise, they'll do the kind of walking tour, the cultural walking tour, and also the art festivals happening during the day.
Well, that's fun. I haven't explored that much. I mean, I've been to Kanazawa a bunch, but I haven't really extensively explored Ishikawa area.
Right.
That sounds nice. Sure.
So I mean, like, and for you guys, like, just thank you for watching our streaming. So I think my staff will put the link of the Satoyama Kaigi, it's the name of the organizer, who organizes the offering festival, the details of it. I mean, it's not so much detail. So if you're interested, just put your names in, and then they'll actually send you the itinerary in English. So right now the page is only in Japanese, but if you just put your names and everything, that this part that part is in English. So just put your place your names and whatever email address, and they'll send you the English itinerary. So yeah, so you'll be there, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely be there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so it's happening. And when is that? Again, let me just check.
I believe August 17th, isn't it?
Yes, August 17th. So August 17, 18, 19, 20. So this year. So it's happening, and so you'll be there, right?
Yes, I will.
No, you'll be there, and you'll be doing what kind of camera do you use?
It depends. I mean, I've got a DJI Osmo Pocket 3,
Yes,
a GoPro. I've got a big Sony A7S III, which I will not bring because it's too heavy. I've got a few cameras. And can I bring my drone?
I don't know, but imagine though, because I've actually tried to fly a drone like up in the mountains, but it was so hard because of the air, the oxygen, and everything. It's like,
Really?
yeah, it didn't go high up somehow.
I do it all the time.
Really?
I've never had a problem with flying drones on mountain. I mean, listen, if it's not windy, you know, you gotta
Maybe
watch the
my
wind,
drone is
but-
cursed or something. I don't know.
Probably. Drone's cursed, yeah.
Yo, I think so. I mean, just you can ask them. You can ask them if you can play drone. I think probably you can. So yeah, and then so this it runs for 4 days. And then what's so good about this is that you can not only you can experience the climbing the amazing Mount Hakusan, one of the 3 holy mountains.
All right, then after that I got to Tateyama.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
can invite me to Tateyama next year?
I'll try to
Okay.
find my
Tateyama, old friend who was also a banker, maybe a lawyer.
Exactly. Not only that, but like you can also experience the kind of Japanese way of like thinking, really, like culturally. Like I mean, you know how Japanese people like do things. I mean, without like with the thinking. It's like, for instance, why do you go to shrine every year? And for instance, like there's a table in front of you, right? And if your kid is kicking your table, and your mother will say, you know that the Mr. Table gets hurt.
Ah, that's right.
Table
itai.
Yeah. It's like a table gets hurt, so don't kick the table. So meaning that you actually give a life to the table.
Right.
You give life to everything, and like more like God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you give life and God to a thing, everything, so that you don't really treat that thing badly.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the Ainu peoples, which have
Same.
separate roots, but yeah, every
Exactly.
single tools
Exactly.
have
Souls
and all
souls.
these-
Yeah, soul. That's the word.
Yeah.
Souls. So everything has a soul. So but we do that all the time because that's the way you get educated, and then through this tool you get to learn that. Through climbing mountains, not only climbing mountains, but through the blessing, through through these offerings, the whole offerings will give you some kind of like essence of how we think.
experiential understanding of
Exactly.
the heart of Japanese spirituality.
Exactly. The organizer, the friend, right, the banker.
The banker.
Takashiho-san. Takashiho is the organizer. He says that through this tour offering festival and the climbing Mount Hakusan, he want the participants to feel how small they are.
Oh yeah, nice.
You talked about Mount Fuji earlier. Just being in nature, being, feeling powerless. Because some people, the human beings sometimes get very egoistic.
Yeah.
About
Sometimes.
things, many times, quite often get egoistic. Many people actually look down on things, look down on people, look down on things. But being in nature, it's like the strong nature, and then thanking to God, thanking to the nature, really not really God, thanking to the nature. You feeling powerless. You find yourself more, how you say it, modest.
Absolutely. Sure.
Yeah, I think this is the whole this noticing or feeling that the powerlessness is kind of I think the thing about this tool really, and then you see yourself from a different perspective.
Right.
Yeah, and you go back to your normal life, and you might everything you do you might think differently.
That's with adventure tourism, that's one of the main goals.
Is it?
Self-transformation is one of the things that
self-transportation.
defines...
Thanks for the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. So this is something that through these 4 days, I want all the participants to feel some way or another. Not only like climbing to the peak and then I conquered the world. No, it's not like that. So it's just more like feeling like that you're such a small,
that we
thing.
are.
And then appreciating the all the surroundings or the environment. Not only the environment as a plants or anything, like your parents and your friends and everyone. That's what this tour is all about. That's what he said. My banker friend. He used to be just making money, right? And he suddenly he transformed himself into.
He had a spiritual awakening. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. I was quite pretty surprised, and then so probably he'll be watching this. Oh no, he's not watching this because he's right now climbing the mountain. Tomorrow is the day they open the mountain. Mount Hakusan.
Right.
Tomorrow is the opening day, so they are climbing up right now, and so that they get prepared themselves for the ceremony.
Yep.
That doesn't happen.
Most mountains in Japan have an official opening day, and for most of the higher mountains, it's always July 1st is the opening day for most, including Mount Fuji, Mount Iwate. Yeah. And sometimes they'll do these Shinto dances on the summit for certain mountains. Other times they'll have like an ice axe that they hand across between different mountaineering associations. Do you know what they're doing?
What is it?
No, idea.
I don't know. I have no idea. Well, we can ask them. You can ask them.
I'll ask them. Yeah, it's really
what is
the
different,
ceremonies,
right? Exactly. So so those of you who are interested in this tour, I don't know. It's August, right? It's August. It's only month and a bit.
Yeah, it's a month and a bit.
A bit away from now. So it's pretty close. So, but if you're interested, just register, check out the website. And if you're interested, just put your names or the email address, and you get more details on the itinerary and everything from the organizer. I'll make sure he'll send you in very correct English. The itineraries.
Yes. Are you looking at me? You want me to help you? No. It won't be Queen's English if I do it.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thank you for coming, Quinlan.
Yeah.
And hope you enjoy the tour.
Well, as long as it's not pouring rain, it'll be great.
Yeah, it was sunny last year, so hope. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
For this year, and if you're interested in the tour, or if you have more questions about the offering festival, leave a comment. I'll make sure that get answered by the organizer, the banker guy, Takashi-san, or maybe you.
Sure. You can hit me up as well. And again, this is August 17th through August 20th is when this tour includes.
Exactly.
The middle 2 days being up on the mountain.
And you want to do your promotion about your channel as well?
Sure. If you are curious about seeing some of the natural glory of northern Japan, northern Tohoku area, check out GoNorthJapan. That's what my channel is. It's not only hiking, but it's largely mountains and outdoor content. I feel silly doing this sort of promotional stuff, but
it's okay.
But yeah, I've got a smaller channel, and Chris is even in one of my videos. If you're watching Nurtao, you probably like Chris, and so you can try and find the video where Chris.
What is he doing right there? What is he doing in your channel?
He starts out by imitating me. He does a Quinlan imitation, and I take him up not to the Demon's Castle, the Great Hell Valley, part of Mount Iwate. And he was originally going to make a video himself because he was training for this boxing thing in LA.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Just before that, of course.
But in the end, he didn't have time. But it's a video up on my channel. You can see a minor Chris for the greater universe, the extended Chris here. A minor Chris video, a lesser known one.
So he did not climb mountains there.
Oh no, I took him hiking. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I can watch him fall on his butt too. There you go. Yeah, I think.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I remember
Actually,
slipping
right,
a puddle.
he climbed Mount Fuji twice, right, already.
Yeah, and he did Gasan too. Chris has hiked a number of mountains.
Yeah, well, I did Gasan together with him. The mountain training.
Right.
So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and and I hope you see some of the viewers.
Yeah. If you come up for Hakusan, or if you feel like hiking on the coastal trail or any other mountains, jump over to GoNorthJapan and hit me up. I am a professional guide. That's what I do. But I'll see you on this tour too, because this is a fantastic opportunity.
Anyway, if you cannot join this tour this year, it will happen again this next year. So make sure to keep checking out. Okay? Alright, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in next video. And check out his channel too.
Yeah, take a look.